Hello everyone and welcome to my bold and the beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please press the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bold and the beautiful prognostications see Luna Nozawa hijacking Hayes Forrester Finnegan and Sheila Carter flipping out. I've got prognostications for Luna and Hayes, for Sheila and Luna, for Nick and Ridge Forrester, for Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes, and also for Remy Price and Luna. Bold and beautiful spoilers. Will Luna kidnap Hayes? Our veritably first vaticination, Luna kidnaps her family, Hayes. So, in this week's spoilers, Luna is lurking and watching through a blow-up lens as Steffi Forrester and Hayes are hanging out. Looks like her son is at summer camp. And also Luna approaches her family and gives Hayes a gift. So lately, Luna said that Steffi would feel else about keeping Luna from Finn if she knew what it was like for a parent to be kept from a child. So perhaps that's the plan. Luna tells Hayes she has commodity for him. But is she trying to bait him down? You know, is this delicacy? Is this a toy? Will Luna tell Hayes that she's his family and that they need to be together and they're going to meet their pater? Commodity like that. Commodity to trick the sprat. And if Hayes says he's only got one family and it's Kelly Spencer, that might push her fully over the edge. Luna may kidnap Hayes to discipline Steffi and Finn for rejecting her and try to make them feel as bad as she does being without her father. Bold spoilers. Luna loses it? And you know, in some sick way, Luna may suppose that what she's doing is wrong because she just needs to show Steffi how she feels. You know, Luna may contend that she has no plan to hurt her little family, Hayes, but she's just trying to get Steffi to see what it feels like. I could completely see Luna attributing it and taking the sprat with no plan to actually harm him. Like, I do and suppose Luna would take him to throw him off of a roof or poison him or do commodity like that. I just suppose that she wants to show Steffi how she feels. So, we'll see if she does this. Sheila's fury. Bold and beautiful vaticination on Luna targeting Hayes. Our alternate vaticination, Sheila is furious that Luna is targeting Hayes. So, we've obviously seen Sheila absolutely hopeless to get Luna out of city, get her out of LA so she can cover Steffi. And, you know, Sheila cares about Finn's family because they mean so important to him. Indeed, though she can't be in their lives. Sheila formerly told Deacon Sharp she's really upset about Steffi's safety. And we're going to hear further about that soon. But she may also find out further about her grandson, Hayes, and be really upset because if Luna does abduct Hayes, I suppose Sheila would find out about it and I suppose she'd snap. I suppose she'd be absolutely furious with Luna and presumably also herself because Sheila entertained Luna and was a large part of the reason she didn't leave LA incompetently after her amnesty came through. So, we could also have Finn calling Sheila if Hayes goes missing because by now everybody knows that Luna's been hanging out with Sheila. And if the sprat does go missing, I suppose they're going to call everybody that may have a tie to Luna to find out what happened because obviously she's going to be the top suspect if anything happens to Hayes. Indeed, if Luna doesn't abduct him, if Sheila indeed suspects that Luna has her eye on Hayes for any reason, I suppose Sheila is going to freak out. I suppose she'd intermediate and tell Luna, "You stay down from my grandson, you crazy person." Which would presumably drive Luna indeed more over the edge because that would be Sheila choosing Hayes over her. Which she should because he's just a little sprat. But in Luna's mind, it's like Finn chose Hayes over her, you know, and now Sheila is doing it as well. So any of that might drive Luna indeed more nutty. Nick's vengeance. Bold and beautiful spoilers on reigniting love with Brooke. Our third vaticination, Nick rubs his success and reignited love with Brooke right in Ridge's face. So, Monday spoilers have Nick showing up in Forrester Creation CEO office unannounced and there's an emotional reunion with Brooke, not Brick with Brooke. Tuesday, Nick is getting right to it. He's seeing Brooke. He plants a big old kiss on her. There's an emotional heart-to-heart talk and reunion. By Wednesday, Nick is really prickly Ridge. And this week, Ridge is telling Taylor he just doesn't like his family and just wouldn't ever like him. So, in an interview with Jack Wagner, he was talking about how successful and fat Nick is now, and he's just full of this confidence. So, principally, Nick is a whole new man this time around on Bold and the Beautiful. He's handling Marone shipping. He's incredibly fat. Also, he's veritably sure of himself, and he's poking and prodding and pushing Ridge's buttons, and he's doing it on purpose. Nick is certain that Brooke deserves better than Ridge and thinks that better is him. So, I do suspect that Nick is going to go out of his way to irk Ridge and tweak his nose with the fact that he's doing so well in life and that he's getting back with Brooke and determined to give her the life Ridge has not given her, which is, you know, the whole one-man thing. Not that Nick's hands are clean because he's been with several Logans as well. Bold and beautiful prognostications. Brooke taunts Taylor with Nick and Ridge's affection. Our fourth vaticination, Brooke taunts Taylor about Nick and Ridge both wanting her. So on Tuesday, Taylor's talking with Ridge about their relationship and how Brooke's kind of still in it. And by Friday, Taylor and Brooke are colliding over Ridge and Nick. So, Brooke's getting swept off her bases by Nick. And easily it's going to bother Ridge. I suspect Brooke may actually tease Taylor. You know, coming back to LA, Nick has this charge to win back Brooke and show her that Ridge is poisonous. So Brooke might be feeling enough trim because Nick's chasing her. And if Ridge is obviously jealous, you know, indeed if Brooke doesn't actually suppose Ridge will walk down from Taylor, we could still see Brooke riding her just because she's so jealous that Taylor is with Ridge. And I could see Nick joining in and pushing Taylor's buttons and saying, you know, you can have Ridge. He's a waffler. He's going to break your heart because he's unable of treating a woman right. Which interestingly in a recent interview, Torsten K again said he hates the way that Ridge treats women. I'm glad he's on the same runner with the rest of us. Nick has a veritably low opinion of his family Ridge, and it seems spot on. Remy's involvement. Bold and beautiful spoilers on Luna's target. Our fifth and final vaticination. Remy may be pulled into Luna's plan to target her family. So Remy may end up inevitably or accidentally helping Luna with her wicked plan that has to do with little Hayes Finnegan. Indeed, after Remy saw Luna shooting at Steffi's face on that picture at the firing range, he still showed up at Luna's apartment. So it seems like Remy's not done yet in his part of this bow. And of course, we know Lisa Yamada is on her way out to shoot her high show. So, commodity big is going to be that's going to shoot her back to captivity out in a body bag on the Angel. We'll see. Bold and the beautiful spoilers. Does Remy help Luna? If Luna does catch the sprat, she may trick Remy into helping her. You know, perhaps ask him to stay in the auto while she runs an errand, but also Luna shoves the sprat in the box and yells, "Drive." You know, or she has Hayes at her apartment and gets Remy to come over to babysit him while she sets up her justification. Luna could bring Hayes to Remy's place to hide him if she thinks the police are on to her. You know, Remy is scrap and a backslider. But he's not what Luna is, which is a sanguine maniac. So, you know, Remy might let Luna lead him amiss, but I don't know if it would be homicidally amiss. We'll see. Remy may actually be furious if Luna tricks him into accidentally abetting her insane plan related to Hayes. Or Remy may just be so club crap crazy he'll suppose it's a delightful lift. He sounded fairly normal in the exchanges with Luna, but we also know he has a dark and crooked side. The soap shock of the century is here. Hold on to your pearls, the bold and the beautiful fans, because things are spiraling into pure chaos in Los Angeles. From a looming kidnapping to old flames reigniting and bitter rivals ready to rip into each other, next week's episodes will have everything: heartbreak, scandal, betrayal, and a possible crime that could shatter the Forrester family forever. So buckle in for a 100,000-word deep dive into the most mind-bending, edge-of-your-seat, heart-pounding, bold and the beautiful predictions yet. Let's start with the most dangerous powder keg ready to explode, Luna Nozawa. Fire. Chapter 1. Luna's Descent, Obsession Turns to Abduction. Luna Nozawa was once just another ambitious intern at Forrester Creations, but heartbreak and rejection have transformed her into a ticking time bomb. After being shut out by Steffi Forrester and repeatedly shunned by Finn, Luna's desperation has reached terrifying heights. Viewers saw her lurking outside Hayes' beachside school, telephoto lens in hand, practically vibrating with suppressed rage and heartbreak. But why? Luna once said, "If Steffi knew what it was like to be kept from a parent, she'd change her mind about me." That chilling statement wasn't just emotional manipulation, it was a warning. Luna believes she must show Steffi what it's like. And what better way than to snatch her son? Will Luna kidnap Hayes Finnegan? All signs point to yes. We predict Luna approaches Hayes with a gift, a toy, maybe candy, and then tells him something designed to emotionally bait him: "I'm your sister. We're going to see our daddy." Isn't that exciting? She may even spin a lie that Steffi told her to bring him. And what if Hayes resists? What if he says, I only have one sister, Kelly? That denial, that innocent child's truth, might be what pushes Luna over the edge entirely. This isn't about harming Hayes. In her mind, this is a twisted mission of justice. Fire Chapter 2, Sheila Carter Unhinged, The Warrior Grandma Awakens. Sheila Carter. The name alone sends shivers. And now, in a stunning twist, it may be Sheila who becomes the voice of reason in this family disaster. Having kept Luna close, even entertained her pain, Sheila's already on edge. But if Hayes goes missing? Sheila will snap, and Luna will be the target of her fury. Sheila has been desperately trying to prove she's reformed, but that facade could collapse if Luna threatens the one person who makes her feel redeemable, Hayes. Imagine Sheila confronting Luna in the alley behind Il Giardino, her voice trembling with rage as she hisses, You laid a finger on my grandson? You're dead to me. Prediction, Sheila hunts Luna down and ends the threat once and for all. She could even take the law into her own hands, tracking Luna's hideout with Deacon's help. But here's the twist, if Luna views Sheila's betrayal as another mother figure abandoning her, it could spiral into a violent showdown. Fire Chapter 3, Nick returns, and he's not playing nice. Enter Nick Marone, full of swagger, charm, and a boatload of unfinished business. Fans screamed when he showed up in Brooke's office while she modeled lingerie. Some things never change, he chuckled, but what has changed is Nick himself. He's richer, stronger, and ready to win back Brooke Logan. And boy, is he not subtle about it. By Tuesday, he's kissing Brooke. By Wednesday, he's getting under Ridge's skin. By Friday, Ridge is practically ready to punch his half-brother in the face. Prediction, Nick launches a scorched earth campaign to win Brooke and destroy Ridge. He's playing dirty, reminding Brooke how Ridge has waffled between her and Taylor for decades. Meanwhile, Nick's confident, loyal, and not afraid to go head-to-head with the dressmaker. Even better? He's winning. And Ridge knows it. Fire Chapter 4, Brooke's Game, Flirting with Disaster. With Nick showering her with praise and Ridge glowering in the background, Brooke has never felt more desired. But rather than make a clear choice, she's doing what Brooke does best, taunting. On Thursday, expect fireworks when Brooke and Taylor clash over Ridge and Nick. Our prediction? Brooke throws shade, saying something like, Funny how both Marone men still want me, isn't it, Taylor? Taylor, hurt and furious, might finally snap. But the war between these two isn't just about men anymore, it's about history, pride, and who will be the queen of the Forrester Empire. Prediction, Brooke weaponizes Nick's affection and Ridge's jealousy to humiliate Taylor. And Nick? He's all in. He hates Ridge. He wants Brooke. And he's not above stirring the pot just to see Ridge burn. Fire Chapter 5, Remy Price, the unlikely accomplice. And then, there's Remy. He's got a shady past, a twisted smile, and questionable motives. But one thing's clear, he's not done with Luna. After finding her shooting a picture of Steffi at the range, you'd think he'd bolt. But no, he's back. Prediction, Remy helps Luna kidnap Hayes, whether he knows it or not. Picture this, Luna begs Remy to just drive, or watch my nephew for 5 minutes. He thinks he's helping her avoid Steffi, not realizing there's a child in the closet. When the truth comes out, Remy's entire world detonates. Will he betray Luna and save Hayes? Or will he double down and help her run? Either way, we see Remy's arc ending in prison, a shootout, or a shock twist that rewrites everything we thought we knew. Fire Chapter 6, The Aftermath, Police, Tears, and Revelations. Once Hayes goes missing, the entire Forrester universe implodes. Ridge blames Finn. Steffi spirals into guilt. Sheila collapses in rage and grief. Brooke cries. Nick calls in private investigators. The cops are everywhere. Prediction, a massive multi-episode manhunt for Hayes begins. Luna will be cornered. Sheila will confront her. Someone will scream. Someone might shoot. But by the end of the arc, one thing is guaranteed, someone won't walk away the same. Maybe not even alive. Fire epilogue, who survives the storm? As the dust settles, here's what we predict. Luna will either be dead, imprisoned, or escape to parts unknown. Hayes will be found safe, but emotionally scarred. Sheila may go back to prison, or redeem herself in the public eye. Nick and Brooke will go official, leaving Ridge reeling. Taylor will walk away from Ridge, for good this time. Remy will be exposed, and possibly go out in a final act of betrayal. Final tease. And just when you think it's over, there's another bombshell waiting in the wings. Could Kelly Spencer be the next target? Could Hope Logan return from her engagement with Carter only to discover Liam's final will names her guardian of both Beth and Kelly? Hold on to your pearls, Bold and the Beautiful fans, because what we're about to unpack could be one of the most twisted, jaw-dropping storylines of the year. CBS's The Bold and the Beautiful has always danced on the edge of drama, but in our exclusive deep dive prediction special, we're diving headfirst into a sinister new theory. Luna Nozawa kidnaps Hayes Forrester Finnegan, and it sends Sheila Carter into an uncontrollable spiral, tears open emotional scars for Steffi and Finn, and sets in motion a revenge firestorm with Brooke Logan, Ridge Forrester, Taylor Hayes, Nick Marone, and a shocking role for Remy Price. Could Luna actually abduct her baby brother in a desperate cry for familial recognition? Is Sheila, of all people, the one to stop her? And what role does twisted outsider Remy play in the fallout? But wait, there's more. Nick and Ridge go to war over Brooke, and Taylor finds herself cornered and humiliated as Brooke flaunts her power. You won't believe how this web of manipulation, obsession, and emotional devastation could unfold. Tornado Chapter 1, Luna Snaps. The summer camp setup and the gift with ulterior motives. Luna Nozawa's downward spiral reaches a fever pitch. She's spotted lingering near a summer camp where Steffi has dropped off Hayes. Holding a wrapped toy, a supposed gift, Luna hides behind a tree, camera lens in hand, spying like a predator watching prey. Her monologue plays, "If only they knew how it felt to be ripped away from your father." The camera captures a chilling moment. Hayes smiles at his gift, unaware that he's being emotionally baited into a potential kidnapping plot. Luna's eyes glimmer with obsession. Her whisper, he needs to know the truth. That I'm his sister. That we're meant to be together, away from them. This scene launches a domino effect of destruction, with Hayes as the catalyst. Bomb Chapter 2, Sheila's fury ignites, Hayes' disappearance and the lioness awakens. When Hayes goes missing, all hell breaks loose, and Sheila Carter becomes an unlikely protector. At Il Giardino, Sheila drops a tray when she overhears Steffi screaming into her phone about Hayes disappearing. Oh no, not Hayes. Sheila demands answers from Deacon and rushes to Finn's side. The old Sheila, the unhinged woman capable of anything, reawakens as she hears Luna might be behind the disappearance. That little witch is targeting my grandson? Oh no, not on my watch, she snarls. Sheila's rage becomes a ticking time bomb. She marches to Luna's apartment, kicks the door in, and is prepared to do whatever it takes, including murder, to protect her grandson. But what she finds inside is even more twisted than she imagined. Fire Chapter 3, Brooke vs. Taylor, the Nick Marone factor. While chaos erupts around Hayes' disappearance, the adult love triangle of Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor takes a scandalous turn. Enter Nick Marone, fresh from Marone shipping, suave, rich, and dead set on reclaiming Brooke. On Tuesday's episode, Nick kisses Brooke passionately in Ridge's office, leaving Ridge fuming. By Friday, Brooke is flaunting her rekindled romance in Taylor's face. In a bitter coffeehouse standoff, Brooke smirks, "Looks like the boys still come running to me, don't they, Taylor?" Taylor retorts with fury, but deep down, she's rattled. Ridge is giving her confused glances. Nick taunts Ridge, "You never deserved her. You still don't." The emotional warfare escalates as Brooke and Taylor's decades-old rivalry flares into a new, catty battlefield. Firecracker Chapter 4, Nick vs. Ridge, a brotherly war erupts. Nick's return doesn't just threaten Ridge's love life, it hits his ego, legacy, and authority. Ridge finds Nick in his office again, feet on the desk. "Still playing dress up, Ridge?" Nick smirks. Ridge explodes, "You don't belong here." Nick reminds Ridge that his shipping empire dwarfs Forrester Creations in power. When Ridge tries to get Eric to ban Nick from the building, Eric coldly says, "Nick's our investor now." Ridge realizes Nick is systematically pulling every string, from romancing Brooke, to investing in Forrester, to even getting close to RJ and Hope. It's personal. It's war. And Ridge isn't going to play nice anymore. School Chapter 5, Remy gets sucked into Luna's sick game. Let's talk about the wild card, Remy Price. After seeing Luna shoot Steffi's photo at the gun range, you'd think he'd stay away. But instead, Remy shows up at her place, lured by her charm or something darker. Luna tells him, "I just need your help for something small. A ride. That's all." Remy agrees. But when Hayes gets in the car, Luna snaps, "Drive. Now." Remy panics. "What are you doing? Is that Hayes?" "Luna, it's none of your business. Just drive." Remy becomes an unwilling accomplice, trapped in Luna's psychotic quest for justice. Will he betray her? Or does he fall even deeper into Luna's madness? Broken Heart Chapter 6, Finn breaks down, Steffi destroys herself. Finn is gutted. His son is missing. The woman he recently embraced as his sister is the prime suspect. His trust is shattered. He confronts Luna on a bridge. "You were supposed to be part of my family, not destroy it." Meanwhile, Steffi suffers a breakdown. Her world crumbles around her. She blames herself, screams at Liam, yells at Finn, and even lashes out at Brooke for not supporting her earlier. "You all doubted me. Now my son's gone." Sheila watches in the shadows. And for once, she whispers, "I'll fix this. I'll end Luna myself if I have to." Coffin Chapter 7, Luna's tragic fall, prison or death? Lisa Yamada's exit looms, so how does Luna go out? Does Sheila kill her? Does Remy turn her in? Does Finn talk her down before she leaps off a cliff? We predict a standoff. Luna holds Hayes at a lighthouse, begging to be understood. Sheila arrives with a gun. Remy pleads for reason. Finn sobs, begging her to surrender. "Luna, you'll never understand what it feels like to be abandoned." Sheila, "Try me. I've been there." A shot rings out. Luna collapses. Hayes is safe. But who pulled the trigger? Brain Chapter 8, The Psychology of Luna, Obsession, Rejection, and Revenge, 10,000 words. In this chapter, we explore what makes Luna tick. Was it rejection by Finn? Being cut off by Steffi? The sudden loss of paternal connection? We break down her fragile mental state and why she thought kidnapping Hayes was a way to find love.